Good morning, good people. It's your boy Crypto Blood. How you guys doing this morning? Hope all is well. Hope you're getting the day started off on a good foot. Today, I actually want to start off with what cigar I'm smoking. I had one of my subs ask me about that a couple days ago, and this is for Joe Marshall, I think is his name. So Joe Marshall, thanks a lot for subbing. Thanks for watching. And Joe, today's cigar, I don't know if you guys can see that. That is a Hoyo de Monterrey. And I like Hoyos. They're very good. But this one in particular is the Hoyo La Amistad, I believe it's called. And it's master blended by AJ Fernandez. Any of you cigar smokers know about AJ Fernandez. He's a pretty good master blender. One other cigar that I like of his is the Last Call. It's a cheap cigar. I don't normally smoke like sub $6 cigars, but for $5-6 it really is a good smoke. So the Last Call by AJ Fernandez, those are very good. But this particular one is, if I'm going to show that again, it is the wrapper is actually an Ecuadorian Habano, and the binder and filler are just Nicaraguan. So it's a kind of bold, I would say like medium to full body cigar, but it's got some sweet, spicy notes in it, which are always appealing to me. I don't really smoke too many mild cigars like Connecticut's and Connecticut broadleafs and stuff. Mostly I stay in the medium range, medium to full, but not really too much more than medium full. So that's what I'm smoking today, Joe. Again, thanks for the sub and the views for sure. But today, guys, I wanted to talk to you guys about I don't normally do reviews or do videos on ICOs, just because, I mean, there are so many. Most of them don't have a proven track record. Most of them don't have even a product yet. It's all vaporware. So I tend to just leave my opinions about different ICOs, not, leave that offline. I invest in ICOs all the time, but I would never want to give a suggestion on an ICO, and you guys get in it and it kind of doesn't perform well or whatnot. I just leave the ICOs. There's a million other YouTubers out there talking about ICOs. I've talked about maybe one ICO since I started the channel. But today I do want to talk about this ICO. It's called Kyber Network, and the reason why, there's a few reasons why I wanted to talk to you guys about this. It piqued my interest. One is the actual idea is pretty groundbreaking, and I think it's going to have a lot of impact and really change the game as far as exchanges, and I'll go into that later. The second reason this ICO piqued my interest was due to the huge demand that the whitelisting period for the ICO gained, and they actually had to close the ICO up 3 days earlier, 3 days premature, because the demand was so high, they had to close it up. And really, probably why they ended up closing it was because in order to be part of the whitelisting period for this ICO, you had to join their Slack channel. And so with that stipulation, a flood of people ended up going into the Slack channel to make sure they had their spot in the whitelist. Guess how many members they have in their Slack channel? 26,000 members. That is as of to date, that is the largest public Slack room that we know of. So that speaks volumes to what they're trying to do and what following and hype they have behind their concept. And so the public token sale is supposed to be slated for September 15th. And so let me explain kind of what they do, so you kind of get an understanding of why I think this is a pretty neat idea. So essentially, Kyber Networks it has created a smart contract that will facilitate the exchange of Ether tokens into other tokens. Very similar to Bancor, I believe. So we'll see if they're able to pull this off. So you can essentially send Ethereum to the contract and say you want I don't know, Veritasium tokens back. So you send it to the smart contract, and then they send you Veritasium tokens back. They don't keep any funds. You know, it's all binary. So if it's able to actually exchange the Ethereum tokens for Veritasium tokens or Veri, then it'll do it. If not, it'll return your tokens, your Ethereum tokens back to you. So it's sort of like Changely, but without the exchange. So Changely will take your Ethereum, take it to an exchange. You know, they have an API and all that. They swap out the Ethereum for whatever token you want, and then they'll send those tokens to you, or coins to whatever new address. And like I said, no funds are kept with Kyber Network, so that's one benefit. You don't have to register either. And all transactions are binary, so it's a successful atomic swap or not. And if it doesn't, they'll kick back the Ether to you. So that's pretty cool. I also like the fact that you don't have to register, so that's pretty awesome. That's going to be cool. Let's see if they can pull it off, because they do need a separate pool for liquidity to actually interchange. So they'll have to have a liquidity pool of different tokens ready for those exchanges. So that's going to be interesting to see how they pull that off. Kyber is also looking to offer this service to merchants as well. This will be a great gateway for merchants to accept all types of ERC20, and I'm assuming ERC23 tokens as well at some point, where they can a person can come into a store and you know, send Ether or whatever coin or token they have, and the merchant will be able to, with that particular contract, will be able to receive whatever token they would like. So that's pretty cool. They also plan on having derivative smart contracts as well. So that's going to actually add a layer of liquidity and probably volume too to the network for Kyber. Here's the bad news. So you hear all this, you hear the ICO starts September 15th. Here's the bad news. We can't participate in the US in this ICO. And you say, okay, Crypto Blood, I can just, use a VPN and do the old okie dokie and be able to say I'm coming in from Canada or something, right? Wrong. So this particular company, this ICO, is doing a full KYC on each individual. So I'm thinking that this is going to be the growing trend for ICOs that want to limit U.S. citizens. So KYC is know your customer, essentially. A lot of banks and different financial institutions use it all the time. You have to go through a full verification process, send in your driver's license, piece of mail, your photo ID, a number of things. So, man, and we say we live in the land of the free, right? This is ridiculous, man. And so it's unfortunate. I mean, there surely could be workarounds. Maybe we'll have to get Mike B to purchase any ICOs in the coming months to get into different ICOs. But it just sucks, man. I really think the United States financial system, the model altogether, simply doesn't want upward mobility. When I say upward mobility, I'm meaning middle class and lower middle class people, the ability to grow their wealth in a way where those people don't have to funnel it through the cabal, through the central banks and Wall Street channels. Sure, they'll let you invest in a 401k all day, but you take 15-20 years of investing in a 401k and you calculate all those fees that you accumulate. About 40% of your returns are going to fees. So yeah, it's sad, man, and I don't know what's going to change that, but it needs to change. It's very unfortunate that United States, U.S. citizens are having such issues participating in such a wealth generating paradigm shift type of event that we're going through with these ICOs. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today's, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know your thoughts about Kyber. If you're not in the U.S., are you going to try to participate in that ICO, or have you already whitelisted? Are you already on the whitelist? Let me know. I'll be glad to know how this works out. So definitely hit me up. Let me know about that Kyber Networks, and we'll see how it goes from there. Definitely make sure you follow me on Steemit, Instagram, and Twitter. And also, if you like this video, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell, and that will ensure you get an alert for every upload on this channel. And last but not least, please join us in the Webbot room. We are at 800. Actually, we're just at 800, just about, or a little bit above. I'm not sure yet. Can't remember. I think we're a little bit below 800, like 790 something. Last time I checked. But definitely join us there. We're having a great time in there. And that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Crypto Blood. I'm out. Holla.